Hello, everybody, and welcome to TPG'S World. It's the 17th of December, 2017. Oh, y'all, what a weekend. It's been a long weekend. I'm so tired. You can tell by looking at me. I'm exhausted. So I'm about to go to bed here shortly. But I wanted to talk about a few things. First of all, today I did a live stream with Douglas Fairchild and Sharon Wise, and we had such a good time. We had so much fun. And I thank everybody who came in and hung out with us. And I thank Doug and Sharon for doing it. It was just a lot of fun. And then I was supposed to take my best friend back home, and then I was going to come home and watch A Christmas Story. Well, when we were taking my best friend home, my best friend decided he wanted to stay because tonight at the church that my mom used to be a member of, they were doing a in memory plaque of her, and so they had what was called a candlelight service. Now, it's been a while since I've been to a church, and it was just absolutely beautiful, y'all. The music was beautiful. They did a big Christmas program, and the singing was beautiful. They even had a Latino choir come in and sing some of the most beautiful music in Spanish. It was so moving. It was just so beautiful hearing the Christmas songs. It was unbelievable. And afterwards we went out to the prayer garden and they dedicated the plaque, and it was very touching and very sad, and I miss my mom. I miss her so much at Christmas time. But I think what really broke my heart was when my dad just touched the plaque. He just took his fingers like this and he just rubbed them against the plaque. It was really hard. And as a as my dad's child, to see him aging and to see it, it's so hard to do that, but you know as a child that that's what you have to do when your parents get older. You have to take care of them. There's just no questions about it. It's the way it is. And I miss my mom. I miss her a lot, especially at Christmas time. And anyone who's ever lost a parent, there is no right way to grieve. No one's pain is stronger than anyone's. No one's pain is greater than anyone's. No one's is less than anyone. We all feel pain a different way. No one's trying to one up anybody or anything like that. It's hard. I've talked to people who, a lady tonight said her dad's been dead 14 years and she still misses him as much as the day he died. And so it's a tough thing to go through, and they say your first Christmas is the worst, and she put her arms around me tonight and she told me that. She said, Bradley, it's going to be a really rough first Christmas without your mom. And I already feel that. I can't imagine what it's going to feel like a week from tonight without my mom. So I decided that I would dwell on the good things, and I really have enjoyed spending time with my dad, because my dad growing up with us was a little distant from us. And tonight, me, him, and my sister and brother sat down and we had a little discussion and kind of working out the way things are going to go after the first year with my dad and things like that. And one of the things that we said was, we were all very close to our mom, because my dad just was kind of like, let your mom deal with it, let your mom deal with it. And so we kind of pushed this off on my mom. And we're all having to learn to adjust to my dad and to be close to my dad again. So because he had a closeness with us. I'm not saying that at all, guys. I'm not saying he wasn't close to us. What I'm saying is he loved us, but he loved us from a distance, and that was cool. But it brought back a memory to me that I want to share with you, and I call this my coat of many colors. And I don't know how many of y'all have ever heard that song, Coat of Many Colors by Dolly Parton, or seen that movie. But it's a very powerful movie, and it's a very powerful song, and it really shows the true love of a parent. And I have had a moment like that. And last year when the movie came out, I got to share that story on a website and got a lot of people say a lot of really cool things. So I wanted to share that with you guys. And I don't know if I've shared it yet in a video or not, but if I have, I'm sorry. It's on my mind and on my heart. My dad was military. We grew up on a military base for 23 years of my life. We lived in a military base, and of his life. And my dad was in the military for 23 years of his life, not my life. And basically, we weren't the richest people in town. We were actually kind of poor, not dirt poor like Dolly Parton poor, but we weren't the richest people in town. But my parents always made sure every Christmas that my brother and I got what we wanted. And when they adopted their three children, they always made sure that they got every single thing they wanted for Christmas, no matter how old we were. You could be 5, you could be 40, and you were going to get everything that you wanted. My parents would sacrifice everything for their children, as most parents do. Well, this is a story that really comes to mind with my dad, and it was the one story I'll probably never forget. When I was a kid, I was living on the military base. A bunch of the kids were outside playing with toy guns, and they were playing soldiers, and they were, shooting their little guns and stuff, and I didn't have one, and the kids were making fun of me really bad. And it flashes me back to that song Coat of Many Colors. You know, she said, the other kids were laughing and making fun of me. And it reminds me of, I took a stick from the ground and I tried using it as a gun, and the kids were laughing at me. They were just absolutely laughing at me and at my little brother, and just laughing at us. And we felt so bad. So we went home, and our dad was there. My dad's like, what's wrong? And we told him about how the kids in the neighborhood were picking on us because my dad couldn't afford to go out right then and there and buy us a toy gun at the store, and how we weren't being allowed to play with the other kids in the neighborhood. And my dad went out to his storage shed, and without saying a word, he took some wood, and we heard him sawing in his storage shed. We didn't know what was going on. And he was sawing, and he was in there a while. And when he came out, he had made out of wood these 2 toy guns, and he painted them white. He put a thumbtack at the end to look like him. He put another thumbtack on the end, you know, to look like the little trigger part. It was absolutely, to me at that point, it was the most beautiful thing, like Dolly Parton's Coat of Many Colors. You know, I was rich as I could be in my coat of many colors Mama made for me. I felt like that. I was like, I was rich as I could be with my gun that my daddy made for me. You know, so we took this gun and we were so excited about it because we now had a toy gun. When we came out to play with the kids, at first they were like, what is this? And they tried to laugh, but then when they saw us with them, they kind of got jealous and they wanted one, and they wanted my dad to make him one, and he told him no, that those were special. They were made for love with his kids. And we kept those guns forever, those toy guns forever. They were just pieces of wood, you know, painted with a thumbtack in them, and they were fabulous, and it was just amazing. And then my dad just took that moment to keep us from getting picked on, to create something for us, and I will never forget that moment and how I felt in that moment. And that's certainly the way that I relate to the song The Coat of Many Colors, because I felt just so super rich that I had, you know, my gun was better than all their toy guns and anything they could buy in the store, because it was made with love. That gun was not made out of love. It was made in a factory somewhere. Now, granted, their parent probably bought it for them out of love. They might have bought it to shut the kid up. I don't know. But the point is, my dad didn't have that luxury. He went out into his storage shed and he made 2 guns for me and my little brother to play with as kids. And they meant so much to us. They were beautiful. And I remember every time I would look at them, no matter how old I got, until I finally lost those guns. And I wish I still had it. I really do. I don't ever know what happened to it. When we moved sometime, I'm sure my mom probably tossed them in the trash, because we moved a lot in the military, and I'm sure they just got lost in a move somewhere. I just remember how every time I would look at that gun, how beautiful it was to me, and how many memories it would bring back of how my dad really did sacrifice a lot for us, and how much he really did love us. And my dad was raised by a father who said, at the age of 10 years old, you never tell your kids you love them anymore. And so my dad did have a lot of trouble with that. But now, like my dad says last night, he said, I love you, son. I'm so glad we got to go to Waffle House. I'm so glad we did this. I'm so glad we did that. And it feels great to hear that, because I didn't hear it for so long. But my dad would do things like that when I would hold that gun and I'm out there playing with those kids, and they're all like, let me hold your gun. And I'm like, no, you can't have it. And they were wanting to play with my toy. I could feel the love in that gun that my dad made it with. It's a feeling you'll never understand. But it is a great feeling, and I just had to share this story with you because it really touched my heart. And I was looking at the box for The Coat of Many Colors for the movie that I got for Christmas, and it just reminded me of that, and I wanted to share that story with you guys. And I think we all have special moments with our parents, and no matter what, hold on to them, because I know that my dad's not going to be here for a long time. I hope I have many more years with my dad, but you never know. I mean, I didn't expect my mom to die at 65, or actually 66. But, you know, she turned 66, right? Actually, her birthday was, she was 65. I'm sorry, guys, I'm lost. I didn't expect her to go early, you know, and so you never know. I didn't expect my brother to die at 41 years old. So you have to hold on to those memories and the things. And I'm going to start talking more in the new year about my brother and about my mom and more about my family. I was very scared to do it at first, because on YouTube there's a lot of people that want to hold things against you and stuff like that. But I don't care. I'm going to talk about what I talk about, because I came to YouTube to vlog about my life and to talk about the things that bother me. and so that's what I'm going to do. So thank you for letting me share this story with you. Thank you for you guys, for the love you guys show me, for the support you guys show me. It is so awesome to have that support system. I have met some of the most amazing people in the world. In my live stream today, we were talking about how we would have never met people from other countries, or people, even people from other states, had we not been on YouTube and making videos and have this thing. So thank you so much for giving me that opportunity. A guy in South Carolina in a trailer who is able to share my life with you, and those of you who share your lives with me. You know, I got a great letter today that I'm going to answer about, you know, something that somebody wanted to share with me and wants my opinion, and that is so amazing, and I love it. And so thank you guys for that. But just remember, whatever memories you have, whether it be with your of your child, or yourself, or your husband, or your wife, your parents, hold on to those memories and always smile. And I've told that coat of many color stories, what I call my coat of many color stories, many times. But it just makes me think about my dad, and last night spending that time with him, it was just very special, and it made me think about that all over again. So anyway, guys, I'm going to get off of here. I love you guys. I will see you tomorrow when I make a video. 2 more days of school, hallelujah, and I'm on break so I can do some more live streaming and stuff for you guys. But anyway, remember, hating is a disease, and some folks need to get well soon. Love you. Bye.